Hello, beautiful souls. Today's pick a card reading is channeled messages from the goddesses. So I will use the tarot, oracle cards, runes, and crystals to bring in your messages. This reading is timeless, so whenever you see it is when you are meant to see it. You can choose whichever goddess calls to you, and whatever rune, whatever crystal, however you want to do it, whatever calls to you will be your message. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You can watch one that you feel drawn to or all of them. Do whatever feels right for you. We have the goddess Rhiannon in pile number 1. She's a Welsh goddess. We have the Egyptian goddess Bast or Bastet in pile number 2. We have Freyja, the Norse goddess, in pile number 3. And we have Isis in pile number 4. Choose whichever resonates with you, and timestamps for each pile are in the description, as well as all the decks and crystals and things that I'm using in this video. I will start with pile number 1 in Rhiannon, and if you need more time to choose a pile, please pause the video until you're ready. Here we go. Okay, my beautiful souls, you chose this card, the goddess Rhiannon. Rhiannon is a Welsh or Celtic goddess. She's associated with horses and birds and fairies. She's just, one of my favorite stories about her is how she met her husband, Pwyll. She would ride by this magical fairy mound when he was sleeping there, and he sent men after her to chase her on their horses, and she would ride by on her horse, and no matter how fast they went, they could never catch her. Finally, he gets on his own horse and decides to chase her himself. And he chases her and chases her on his horse until his horse is pretty much exhausted. And finally, he yells out, "Please, please, lady, will you please stop?" And she does. And she says to him, "Well, wouldn't it have been better for your horse if you'd asked sooner?" You know, that's kind of her energy. She is very, very generous, but you have to ask. You know, she's got that fairy kind of energy to her. But she's very generous. Her name also means the Great Queen. She, in one of the tales, turns into a horse. She has 3 magical birds that fly around her and are said to have healing abilities. They can sing you to sleep and heal you. And what else? She's one of my favorite all-time goddesses. She's the one that I've probably worked with about the longest. This is actually my favorite book. This is the Mabinogion. And this is the one by Evangeline Walton, the tetralogy. It's kind of told in, it's a big book, but it's actually 4 books in one. And it's told like a story with dialogue and everything. And it's just such a beautiful retelling of the Welsh tales. And Rhiannon is featured in some of these stories. So I will leave a link to this book, but I know that the link that I found is, my book is published in 2002, I think. So it's pretty old. And the one I found doesn't have the same cover, but it is the same author and it is the same book. So I don't know. This is my all-time favorite book. I love this book. So if you're interested in Welsh mythology, that is an awesome retelling of it. So let's get on to the cards here. Let's see. I chose this card for Rhiannon because if you look at it, she is part horse in that. She's got the ears and part unicorn, I guess. She's got the horn and the ears, and, you know, the unicorn's down here. And it really ties in well with her horse aspect. You know, she's linked with Epona and other horse goddesses. The card here itself says goddess. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. And, I love the way that all of nature is tied into this, because to me, you've got the butterflies and the flowers and everything else. And to me, it really, really ties in well with Rhiannon. She is just a very, I don't know, generous goddess. I love her. I love her energy. She can be very good with helping you heal from trauma. She can be very good with helping you have dignity in the face of adversity. She's just a great goddess to call on. So there's that card. We're gonna go through here. We'll do I chose the dendrite agate with this, which is also called the tree agate, again with her earthy connections, and it's just such strong connection to the earth energies in this stone. It's good for grounding and balancing, and it removes self-imposed limitations, which Rhiannon is very good with, and it brings in confidence and clarity, courage, and it attracts wealth and abundance. It pretty much is kind of her energy as well. We'll put that up here with her. And let's see, the runes that came out, which I was surprised. It's Manaz. I kind of expected Awaz with the horse connection here, but Manaz actually, because I always think of Manaz as being linked with the fairy realm, I kind of think that it ties in very well with Rhiannon and her story. And so Manaz is your higher self and your ego self. It's that as above, so below interconnectedness, how we're all connected, the gods and man. And it's also as within, so without. Your outer reality is a reflection of your inner reality. It's the other side. It's the fairy realm. That's the energy of that rune. So we'll put that up here. And then we also have Dagaz is the other rune that came out. And Dagaz is the breakthrough rune, the sudden flash of insight, that aha, when the light bulb goes on over your head. That's this rune. It works with the lower chakras, the red, orange, and yellow, for your security, your confidence, your creativity. It helps with transformation, intuition, and inspiration. So in its own way, it also is tied in quite well with Rhiannon. She chose those. I didn't. And then same thing with the cards. Let's see what else we have and what her message is to you. We have past lives, which is absolutely gorgeous with the woman and the horse or unicorn. That too, really, to me, reminds me of Rhiannon. Perfect. And then we have innocence. Look at that with the mother and baby. Unicorns. We have oneness, which ties in really well, oneness with Manaz. It's kind of similar. And uncored relationships. And again, it's a woman and a unicorn in that picture. It's just fabulous. I don't know if I could have picked it better if it were my own choice. This is what she chose. This is her message to you. And this goddess card, okay, again, it says, honoring your divine feminine, see your inner beauty, love every part of you. And it's about honoring and nurturing your feminine side, that compassionate, creative side of you, reclaiming your beauty, seeing and knowing your own beauty of your soul from within, and it's telling you to not give in to society's view of beauty. It's impossible standards that they hold the world to. You have to be young enough. You have to be pretty enough. You have to be this. You have to be that. And it's letting all of that go and seeing the infinite wisdom in your own soul. and having confidence in your own beautiful soul. Beautiful, beautiful message there. And then you have the past lives. Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. Yes. So this is, you're an old soul with so many gifts and abilities that you've gained through all your many incarnations, all of your experience from all of these lives that you've lived. It's time to reawaken those gifts and that innate wisdom that you've gained. It's all there in your DNA. It's time to just bring them out and heal yourself. Create the life of joy and abundance and prosperity that you want. Create your dream, bring it into this reality. You have that capability now. And then you have innocence. Take time to play, nurture your inner child. Live with a childlike sense of wonder, which to me, the fairy realm is very good at helping you connect with that innocence, because you almost have to be connected with that innocence to some level to even associate with the fairy type energy. And, this is all about reclaiming that innocence of your childhood. And it's through that deep healing of your past trauma and past abuse, past lives, all of that is in here. Rhiannon is wonderful with helping you heal, especially from trauma, and releasing it completely so that it no longer still keeps coming back. Those patterns don't keep repeating. She helps you regain your dignity and grace and to see all the magic around you all over again with that wonder and curiosity and playfulness of childhood. It's a beautiful, beautiful message. She's telling you that she is with you and helping you to heal this and to see things from that new perspective. And then you have oneness. Look for the common humanity. Invoke Lemurian light. So if Lemuria calls to you as well, that is something to read about. And it is. It's about reaching out to somebody and doing something kind, even if it's just smiling at someone on the street. It's that kindness. It's that having a kind word for somebody. There's enough anger and everything in the world today. Be the way that you want to be treated. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And see the similarities and the oneness, like this Manaz, that interconnectedness. And it's seeing all the similarities and how everyone, really, no matter what culture you're from, no matter where you're from, what kind of family, what you've lived through, everyone ultimately, the basic thing is they need the same thing, which is love and acceptance for who they are. Everyone all over the world, that's ultimately what it comes down to, and what you can provide. You don't have to agree with someone to respect them. You don't have to, but you also don't have to put them down. I'm hearing have judgments against someone, say a cashier at a store or something. They're working hard. Don't pass judgment on them that that's the job that they chose. They're still doing it. Having a kind word or smile for someone like that, it speaks to their soul. Why not light up someone else's soul? This is what this card is all about, is lighting up someone else, helping them. No matter how much pain you are in from your past lives, no matter what trauma or pain you're going through, you can still be a beacon of light in somebody's world. And then you have uncored relationships. Beautiful. It says, let go now. Forgiveness is freedom. Yes, look at that. Just beautiful. And it's all about letting go of anything that's holding you back from the past, or from your past lives. It's about forgiving and cutting that cord and moving on with confidence, having the confidence and clarity from the dendrite agate. It's that dropping that burden that your soul is carrying from your past lives. I feel like this is very much tied in with your past lives. Whatever, everyone that we meet, everyone we talk to, everyone we ever deal with forms a cord. Our souls connect. We're all connected anyway, but in this instance, that cord, they're talking about taking back all those parts of your soul that are yours, healing that trauma, healing that pain, whatever, and forgiving the person and moving forward with confidence. Once you drop that baggage and just, I'm sorry, I just suddenly had this. I can't even remember the name of the TV show. There was an old show a long time ago. It might have even been called Baggage, but just the way the guy said that, baggage. And anyway, that dropping that stuff that no longer resonates with you, dropping what is a burden on your soul, letting that go for good and healing from that with Rhiannon and having that dignity and that confidence and that courage to go after what you want because you deserve all of that. Beautiful, beautiful messages. I thought we would do some cards here from the fairies. Let's see. I think it's called the Fairy Forest. And see what else Rhiannon wants you to know. Okay, we got two here. We got the King of the Darkwood Elves and the Yule Singer. And, all right, the King of the Darkwood Elves is authority, credibility, and status. And if you look at him, he looks kind of stern. He looks very authoritative. And, he's got that inner confidence, that inner authority is what Rhiannon is telling you to have. You are that authority in your world. You have that. You are the only authority of your soul and everything that you've been through and all these past lives and all the things that you've experienced and gained from that. So have respect for yourself. I keep getting self-respect, dignity, self-respect. Respect yourself. Nobody can respect you until you respect yourself. As within, so without, just like with Manaz. And then you have the Yule Singer, rebirth, feasting, and joy. This is the transformation that you are going through. This is that healing the past lives, healing the trauma from your past and the pain from your past, and the inner wisdom and beauty that you're gaining, that confidence and clarity, and seeing everything through these new eyes of innocence, through this curiosity and playfulness. And that's creating this rebirth and this transformation of your soul. And it's a beautiful, beautiful way of being, seeing that similarities and oneness and interconnectedness of everything. Let's see here. We'll do a couple of these and see what else Rhiannon wants you to know. Expectation. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. Yes, if you expect miracles, miracles will come in. And I love that because this card actually ties in the fairies and the birds and Rhiannon's 3 magical birds. I love that. I think that's phenomenal. Beautiful, beautiful. And gratitude. Be grateful for abundance. Live in appreciation for what you have, and more good things will come. And again, with the little hummingbird there. Whoops. Beautiful. Yes, having gratitude for what you already have, having gratitude for all the experiences that have given you all these gifts and all this wisdom, having gratitude for all the lessons that you've learned through life and everything that you have, and having that expectation of miracles. Expectations and innocence are up and down from each other, they're lined up. And it's all about you are seeing the world with that wonderful, playful curiosity and innocence. And now you can expect miracles. It's nurturing yourself. It's beautiful. Let's see. We'll do a couple of these and see what else we have. What else does Rhiannon want you to know? I absolutely love the song Rhiannon too, by Stevie Nicks. We've got the Three of Pentacles. Beautiful. Yes. So it's about, oops, let me turn that a little. It's about having that community. It's about having that support. Someone holding you up and supporting you. Somebody that has your back. Don't settle for less than that. And look at the beautiful things you can create. And it's bringing all of that tied in with the earth aspect, with that little lizard there, and it's about working together and seeing how everyone is connected, the interconnectedness of everyone and everything, and how we can all support each other with our kindness. We'll do a couple more. We'll do these two. All right, we got the Nine of Swords and the Two of Wands. All right, the Nine of Swords is that thinking, that holding yourself back. It's getting caught up in the negative spirals of thinking, letting it spiral out of control. The anxiety, the worries, the overthinking, it's letting all of that go. You need to let all of that go. And if you notice, there's lots of birds here too in this. And I love that because, again, it's that healing. She's telling you that she is healing your thoughts, helping you to believe again in that magic of life, helping you to see all the similarities of everyone, and helping you to forgive and get past mistakes, yours or someone else's. It's about forgiving yourself and others and changing your beliefs and thought patterns to like yourself instead. And then you've got the Two of Wands. And I love that. Isn't that amazing with that lion and the cats? It's just beautiful. And this card is telling you that, he's on top of the world. I mean, he's up there. This card reminds me of the Darkwood Elves, the King of the Darkwood Elves. It's that authority. It's that leadership qualities that you have. It's saying to have that confidence in yourself and see the sun all around you too. Seeing all the things that light you up and all of the things and ways that you can help light up others. It's sharing that light, and it's overseeing. He's looking over all of his domain. It's beautiful. And the wands are all about creativity too, so it's that taking this new idea, this new rebirth, this new innocence and expectations, and bringing them out into the light. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. Let's see. We're going to do a little fairy card for you here. Get another final message here. Rhiannon, what does she want you to know? Get one of them here. All right, I guess we're taking all three. Fairy garden. Plant herbs and flowers. We fairies will share our magic. We are grateful when you help the green world. As you tend your garden, you will be blessed with the wisdom you seek. Yes. Wisdom and patience. Gardening helps me with patience. And then you have uplifting fairies. We fairies love to lighten up your life. When your heart is sinking, we will come and show you the hidden delights that dwell far from the weight of your human world. Yes, yes, seeing the magic in life with that innocence. Beautiful. And then you have fairy swords. We fairies have shining etheric swords. With them, we will remove all strands of sadness, again with that uncording, cutting the cords. See us standing tall like the ancient elves, cutting away all your worries with our swords of light. Yes, yes, beautiful. So it is, it's all about that healing energy that Rhiannon is sending you. And this transformation that you were going through is phenomenal. Beautiful, beautiful energy here. I think that's it. I might actually eventually do a video just with Rhiannon. She's been really, really calling to me. So I know this got a little bit long. I'm sorry, but these are her messages to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. And thank you so, so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. That helps my channel grow. And you can share it if you really like it. You can join me on Patreon and join the Magic Raven community. Thank you so, so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 2. You chose the goddess Bast, or Bastet. She is the Egyptian cat goddess. I have this little statue here that I thought would be a great little mascot for us for this reading. I don't know. It doesn't show up real great, but we're going to have it up here in the corner, I guess. Anyway, Bast is the cat-headed or lion-headed goddess. She is... There, I'm just trying to get the card so you can see it really well. She is very protective. She's a fertility goddess. She's a goddess of cats, the sun. She's both nurturing and destructive. She can be a war goddess, a lioness, and later the cat. You know, she started off as a lioness and then became the household cat, basically. And she also brings in good health, very healing. So one of the aspects of her is the protectiveness. And whenever my grandkids come and spend the night, I use my Bast statue, and they know that she is there to protect them and watch them while they sleep. And they love that. So Bast is one that I just love working with. She's a wonderful goddess. Let's see. So that's Bast. We'll get to these cards here. Let's do the tiger's eye. Not sure if you can see the lines in this, if it'll show up on the camera or not. There you go. It's just a beautiful stone. Tiger's eye, it wards off negative energy. It's very protective. It brings in confidence and mental clarity, strength, courage, and motivation. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. And then we have, let's see, for the runes, we have Wunjo, which is the rune of happiness and joy, success, laughter, you know, peace, contentment. It's kind of like the sun card in the tarot. It's abundance coming in and just saying that all is well. You know, everything's good. Beautiful energy there. And then you have Hagalaz. Now, Hagalaz is hail or storms, natural disruptive forces. You know, it's those sudden, unexpected, out of the blue disruption that ultimately is for your own good in the end. It's about making sure that your foundation is strong, that, you know, take cover and see the changes coming. You know how you can feel a storm coming in, the barometric pressure changing, that kind of feeling, you almost feel it. And it's time to feel that storm. It's time to see those changes and know that you're going to be able to weather that storm and come out of it. Even if you do have to rebuild a little bit, it's for your best in the long run. It's telling you that you can handle anything that life throws at you and come out even stronger. It's not good or bad, it's just uncontrollable change. So it's a change that you can't control. It's coming, it's going to change. Whatever it is, it's changing. So it's not good or bad. It can be a really good change or it could be really bad. I mean, it's either way. It's that natural force. So that's that rune. And then the card itself says third eye, and it's got a 3 and 333. So if the number 3 or 333 means something to you, this could be part of your message. And it says, truth revealed, work wise, not hard, and the magician. And I love that third eye, the eye up there, as well as the cat, the lioness. And, it's telling you that your third eye is opening now to expect downloads and increased psychic awareness. It's also connected to the pineal gland, which is kind of shaped like a pine cone in your brain. And it is also in the hieroglyphs, the Egyptian hieroglyphs, where they're holding the pine cone looking thing. It's linked to the pineal gland in your brain, which is linked to your third eye. That's really what your third eye is. It's telling you that that is all awakening now and that your gifts are coming out more and more now, and to prioritize your spirituality. Okay, so let's see what else Bast wants you to know. We have dimensional shift, we have wonder, we have parallel earth, the reunion, and fusion. Okay. See if I can get them all in here. Well, let's see. Maybe we can move that one up more. Okay, and then we'll just line these up down here. There. Okay. So let's see. Again with the lion. I mean, I think Bast really wants you to connect with that fierce side of yourself. You've got this dimensional shift here. And it's manifestation, harmony, dreams to reality. It's a time of good health, which Bast helps with. Expansion, manifesting your dreams into reality, a time to play and enjoy life, kind of like a cat laying in the sun, and it's seeing all the beauty all around you, moving into a higher dimension of spirituality. It's focusing on that. So that is quite a profound card. Especially since you're the magician as well. And then you have wonder. It says presence, well-being, gift of life. Look at that. Beautiful. And it's about looking with new eyes and seeing things with wonder and curiosity and innocence like a child, to feel gratitude and express that for everything you already have so more good can come in. And it's telling you to practice kindness and love and generosity. Be appreciative for just having life, the gift of life. Beautiful. But again, kind of like the whole Wunjo, all is well. It's that kind of energy. It's basically like that rune. So it's beautiful. And then you've got parallel earth, a time of peace, relaxation, all is well. Again, with the all is well, I hadn't read that before, but it does say that. And, so you've got all is well here, all is well there, all is well here. Basically you're doing well. It's just Bast is recognizing that and wants you to recognize that within yourself. And then you have the reunion, spontaneity, change of plans, and social connections. Beautiful energy. So this is about, you know, you're being called to work with others, to work with people, on the group collective, to share your truths, to be a cosmic leader, to join or find your star family or others that share the same mind, others who appreciate your gifts and beauty and abilities, and it's that you're manifesting this right now, but it's time for you to come out and share this with others. That's the biggest message there. And then you have fusion, balanced schedule, heart living, tantric union. And again, I guess Tantra, sexual energy, is the ultimate coming together in a way that someone can do. So it makes sense. Fusion, reunion. You've got two people in this as well, in this card. So, that could be part of Bast's message for you. Cats are, part of the reason why she is a fertility goddess is because cats can reproduce very, very quickly. I think their average pregnancy is 62 days, 63 days. And, they can come into heat again right away. After that, even before the kittens are grown or not nursing anymore, and they can just keep reproducing, kind of like rabbits. Rabbits are the same way, but cats are very fertile. So it's definitely that fertility aspect as well with her. And then with this fusion, okay, balanced schedule, heart living, tantric union, it's that you've reached this balance of the physical and the spiritual. And you now know that the physical is always found in the spiritual and that the spirit is always found in the physical. You're awakening and bringing all of these gifts in from past lives and from the Akashic records. Quite strongly, I'm getting the Akashic records with that spiral, that galaxy, whatever that's meant to be on that card. I'm getting something to do with the Akashic records. Whether you're going into the Akashic records and accessing them yourself, maybe that is part of your whole gift that you have. Maybe that is something new to you, but the Akashic records, I feel like, are a part of this whole reading. And Bast is very much with you. She has helped you to heal, and now you're getting all these downloads and messages coming in. And it could be to do with the Akashic records. It could be to do with your soul tribe, and connecting with that soul tribe and connecting with others and sharing your gifts, sharing that truth that in your heart, and just knowing that everything is well. Right now is a perfect time to focus more on that spirituality because everything is going well, everything is smooth, everything is happy, and things are changing though. And it's changing in the fact that you're connecting more and getting yourself out there more, or you will be very soon, connecting with others, where I feel like you've been so focused on the spirituality and you've kind of been isolating yourself for a while, but now you've experienced a shift, and now it's time to come out into the world and share these gifts and these truths and all this wisdom that you've gained through these downloads and through all of this beautiful energy. We'll do a couple of these here. See what else Bast wants you to know. What does Bast want you to know? All right. Dance. Find your heart's rhythm. Step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. It's about following your passions, following your heart. You have the heart in one of these here. This one, heart living, fusion. Seeing that connectedness, that interconnectedness of everything, but letting your heart lead the way. following that passion as far as you can, you know, whether it's learning about something new, whether it's bringing in the psychic gift and working with the psychic gift, it's very much time to just follow that. Trust your heart, trust your soul where it's leading you. Beautiful energy. And Bast wants you to know that you can trust. An expectation. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. And again, it's that expecting miracles. It's expecting everything is going well, everything is flowing. You know, you may be connecting with your soulmate, or it could just be with a group, with the soul collective, but it could very much be with these two cards. I feel like a twin flame soulmate kind of thing coming in for you. And, you know, dancing together, having that relationship is going to bring out a good side of you. It's going to connect you more to the spiritual as well, you know, but expecting all that good to come in and know that more good is going to, you know, knowing that in your heart and in your soul, you are the magician. You can manifest your reality however you want it to be. You have that ability. So let's see here. What else does Bast want you to know? The Hierophant, yes. Again, the spiritual. The Hierophant is also very traditional. He is a more almost kind of masculine energy, but it's very traditional, and it's very much, I just got this, I never noticed these keys before, but they are really standing out to me. The keys in the Hierophant's hat. And it's very much this, the Pope's hat or whatever is similar, really, to me, for some reason, to the Egyptian, some of the Egyptian headdresses that I've seen the pharaohs wear. So it's very much that key, that pineal gland and that key in your head. If you look, that's, you know, a hat you'd wear on your head. So it's tying in again to that pineal gland and your spiritual gifts, and, you know, this psychic abilities coming in. Beautiful. And it might be something where it might come back to your spirituality that you had when you were younger. You know, it might be a returning to that traditions that really resonate with you, those traditions. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful. And that is all of this. Pentacles are that material realm. They're the physical realm, earthy, you know, energy. And they are bringing in prosperity and abundance. And again, joy and happiness, prosperity, abundance, all is well. You don't need to worry about anything. You've reached the pinnacle, and you now have the gifts that you need to come out to this collective and to your soulmate and that kind of thing. It's very, very beautiful energy. We'll do a quick postcard from Spirit here for you and see what else Bast wants you to know. All right, there's your card. We'll take it. What is it? Oh, it's a deer. It says, "You are beauty." Beautiful. Dearest you, the common sayings, "Be in the world but not of it," and "Wear the world loosely," refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely, or will it straitjacket you? It's your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to. When it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan, loving you always and forever. And the thing that came in while reading this was labels. You know, when you label yourself as this or that, you're essentially limiting yourself. You're limiting things when you label them. When you pass a judgment, that takes it out of the spiritual and puts it down too firmly into the physical, ignoring the spiritual. You know, it's judgment is one of those lower vibrations. And so don't label things. Don't worry about the details or the labels or what to call yourself or call someone else or what that is. Just enjoy it. Just live in that moment. Don't worry about how things are going to turn out. It's kind of like if you go to paint a painting, and one of my favorite paints is actually alcohol inks. And the reason why I love them so much is because you never know what it's going to turn out. You can have an idea in your head as to what you want it to look like, but the paint's going to do what the paint wants to do. And it's just going to turn out totally different. And that's okay. That's the beauty of it. It's the beauty of the imperfections. It's the beauty of not knowing the outcome, not knowing every detail of how things are going to manifest for you. You don't need to know that. You don't need to worry about that. Just go with that flow and dance, you know, just enjoy yourself. Live with wonder and just expect those miracles, because expecting miracles is what's going to manifest those miracles down in. You have this ability in you for that. We're going to do a couple of these real quick. And see what else Bast wants you to know. Any parting words she has for you. Take that one. Celebration. Celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. Beautiful. Yes. And one more. What else? Take that one. Light. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Exactly. Come out of that isolation that you've been in and enjoy yourself and be part of the collective. Bring your gifts out and shine your light into the world. It's beautiful. See the connection of everything. Have the confidence to be true to yourself, to follow these downloads, these messages, these things that you're getting. You know, it's beautiful. So those are your messages from Bast. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my beautiful souls, you pick pile number 3 or Freyja. And Freyja has a message for you today. Freyja is the Norse goddess of magic. She is love and fertility. She is wisdom. She's a Vanir goddess, and that means friend in Scandinavian languages. And she is a friend to her people. She's very likable and lovable and just a good friend to have, ultimately. She loves her followers and rewards them really generously. She wears an amber necklace called Brisingamen, and she has 2 cats that pull her chariot. She wears a falcon cloak that helps her shapeshift into a falcon. She is equal to Odin in Norse mythology. She taught him satyr, divination magic. Satyr is divination magic. And she also gets half the dead that are slain in the battle. Odin gets half and she gets half for her haul. So she is just an amazing goddess to me. She is one that just, like I said, a good friend. She's a friend. And let me think. While I'm talking about Freyja here, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the way that I became interested in Norse mythology, Norse paganism, Nordic beliefs, and researching all of that. Really, ultimately, I started, okay, well, I've heard of Asatru and things, but I don't necessarily agree with all of the different tenets of that personally. That's just not for me, certain parts of that. For one, the Aesir. Asatru is focused on the Aesir gods. And to me, the Vanir, which Freya and Freyr are kind of their brother and sister, they are Vanir gods that were brought into the Aesir, but they're still Vanir. And to me, if you leave out half of to me, the Vanir are older. They're more earth deities. And I can kind of relate to them more, I guess. I don't know. So that's why that didn't really fit for me. So I really wasn't interested in it. I've always worked with Freyja more as just as a goddess, not necessarily as the whole Norse or Nordic beliefs. But then I read this book, and it's called The Way of the Weird, Way of Weird, by Brian Bates. And it says Tales of an Anglo-Saxon Sorcerer. It's a fictional book, but as it says here, psychological archaeology. I believe Brian Bates was an anthropologist or maybe a psychologist. I don't know, but I actually took psychological anthropology in college and I loved it. One of my favorite subjects ever. So this book really just is a phenomenal retelling of some historical events, and it's more about shamanism. It's that Nordic shamanism told in a story. And I just love it when people tell it as a story. So this book really just changed my entire thinking of the Nordic way of things, and that's what led me to then start with the prose edda and the, poetic edda and all of those other things. I was not interested at all before, but then after reading this, for some reason, it just really, really clicked for me. So I don't know. This is an old, I think it was from 1992 is when this book was published. I'm not sure if the cover is the same still, but I will try to find a link to this. It's an old book, but definitely well worth the read. Anyway, if you like that sort of thing. So anyway, back to Freyja. That is how I kind of got interested in Norse stuff. And I absolutely love Freyja. She is my favorite Norse goddess. Let's see, we'll go with this amber. This is actually the one I carry in my pocket all the time. It kind of reminds me of a heart. Amber is actually tree resin that's, millions of years old. It's fossilized tree resin. And that's why sometimes there's things in the resin. And I can't quite tell you what that is that's in this one, but it's very cool. So amber is really good at absorbing and dispelling negative energies, transmuting them into positive energies. Sometimes it's called the Tears of Freyja. And like I said, Freyja wears an amber necklace called brissaming. I'm not good with pronunciation. But she provides, oh my goodness, amber provides, I can't even keep straight what I'm talking about. I guess Freyja is so associated with amber that she also provides courage and self-confidence. It's about good luck and empowerment, self-empowerment. And it's a very balanced stone of patience and inner wisdom. combined with creativity and passion. You know, so amber is one of my favorites. It's wonderful, and it is very much similar to Freyja's energy. I love it. So let's see, we'll do the runes next. This one is a blank rune. It's just a piece of wood. I know that looks like something on there, but it's just the natural, what was inside of the wood. So the blank rune is called the weird. Again, the weird. You know, I love shamanism, and I guess that's why that book really, really struck me and stuck with me for so many years. I love it. Um, so the weird, it's Odin's rune sometimes. It's unlimited potential and possibilities that are available to you right now. You know, it's a mystery, the unknown. It's telling you not to limit yourself and that you have unlimited potential. You know, and it can be that you're just not meant to know something yet. It can be. So let's see. And then you have Tyr, Tiwaz. I know, I always call it Tyr because that's what this rune associates with to me, is Tyr, but it's Tiwaz. And it's the spiritual warrior. It's focus and discipline. It's loyalty, victory, fierceness in battle. It's noble and protection. And it's about Tyr and having that divine protection, Tyr's protection. Warriors would wear this symbol for good luck in battle, you know. So wonderful, wonderful rune there. You are divinely protected. Let's see. Then you have Yira. You have Gifun, the Well of the Weird, and the 9 Worlds. Okay. Wonderful. Let's see. So Yira is another rune. It's the rune of the harvest. It's that it can be a year, kind of like Yira, but it can also be the harvest time of the year. Either way, it's a reward for your effort. It's, you know, if you harvest something, you're putting a lot of effort into growing that. And now you've done that. And now it's time to get that harvest in. And it's a time of abundance and success through hard work, prosperity, reaping what you sow. You know, literally, what you send out comes back to you. Your kindness, your generosity, all of that is coming back to you now in this abundance. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And then you have Gifun, and she is another goddess. And she's the Norse goddess of agriculture and fertility and abundance. Again, with the fertility and abundance, that seems to be the theme of these 3 cards so far. And her name means generous one. In mythology, she was both the virgin and the whore. So this card can also symbolize being true to yourself and not letting society define you, not being defined by the opinions of others or traditional roles or those obligations or beliefs that limit you. You know, call on her to help you find your truth. So Freyja definitely wants you connected to your feminine side, to your whether you're male or female, it's that ignoring what you should be and just being true to yourself and what you really are. Beautiful energy. And then you have the Well of the Weird. Okay? And weird is definitely a theme with this. With the blank rune, the weird rune, the Well of the Weird, the Way of the Weird. Beautiful. So, the Well of Weird is located at the base of the world tree Yggdrasil. It nourishes and strengthens, you know, the tree. Its waters represent the magic of destiny, how the past feeds the present and that feeds the future, and how we always have free will and choice. This is your magic. Everything is connected, and everything has influence, one on another, on another, on another, and everything influences everything else. Kind of like the butterfly effect. That's really kind of the best way I can describe weird. So this is the well of weird. And then you have the 9 worlds, the world tree, Yggdrasil. The 9 realms are all connected within your Yggdrasil. Everything is connected. It's the fate of one affects the fate of all. The cycle of nature and time, and how it's all cyclical, it's all circular, it all just goes together. In Norse thinking, the different realms or dimensions in the tree where the different gods live, where humanity lives, the different, the light elves, the dark elves, all of that is so connected and almost like overlaying. There's no distinction, there's no separate, just this is a line between this world and this world. This world is located here on this tree. It's not that. It's all connected and it all kind of flows into one another. Everything influences everything else. And really, I think this is all about you have to realize the effect that you have on everything around you. To stand tall in your personal truth and shine your light, to lead the way for others. See the interconnectedness of everything, how everything flows one onto the other, onto the other. Where you begin and another begins, it's all kind of connected. So it's that beautiful energy of that connectedness, and knowing how your decisions influence everything and how that is your personal magic. She is the goddess of magic, and it's time for you to reap these rewards, but it's also time to definitely be true to yourself. That's the core of Freyja's message to you right there. Let's see. I'll do a couple of these cards for you. Let's see what else Freyja wants you to know today. Adversity. See the gifts in challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. Yes, that's very true. I'll put that up there. We'll do one more. Flexibility. Gently flow through the turbulence. Life has the ability to shape you. Bend, don't break. I always think of bamboo with that. The flexibility and the strength of bamboo is kind of what's being called for from you. So this adversity that you are going through, you have the divine protection here, and it's Tears Rune, that warrior protection, that focus, that discipline, that loyalty. And it's knowing that you have that within you, and that Freyja is also protecting you, that you have all of this divine protection around you. And then, knowing that whatever challenges you're going through, see the opportunities in those challenges. See the lessons that are there in that for you to then learn. Having that flexibility to flow within all of this well of the weird, to be able to flow. And as you do so, being true to yourself, knowing the cycles of nature, knowing that everything is going through a cycle. And if you're having an adversity now or challenge now, it's on the upswing and you're coming back around into a period of abundance and good health and prosperity. You have this divine protection. But really, it's seeing how you affect everything else as well, and how you really have gifts within you that are needed in the world, that you need to bring out and shine your light for the world. Maybe your story of what you've gone through in your adversity will help another to get through that even easier. You have the ability to help others at this time. We're going to do a couple of these and see what else Freyja wants you to know. Okay, we got 2 there. We'll go with that. We've got the 4 of Wands and the King of Swords. So it's mastering your thoughts. It's mastering, I love the ravens here too. This card and the owl with the wisdom of the ravens, Hunan and Munin, thought and memory. It's your thoughts, how your thoughts shape your reality, how your thoughts are interconnected with how you perceive things. If someone comes up to you and says, "Oh, you got a haircut," it's such an ambiguous statement. What you think immediately kind of says a lot about your perception. Like, do you immediately think, "Oh my gosh, they don't like my hair"? Are you thinking that way? Or are you thinking, "Oh wow, they love my hair"? The statement that they made is ambiguous. And when you put your thoughts, your perceptions onto that statement, that's what gives it meaning. So don't feed the insecurities, feed the confidence, feed the wisdom. That's the way to go with that. Focus on the love, focus on how everything is connected, and focus on that, because you're going to be able to master your thoughts. You're going to be able to master that ability to make decisions for your highest and best good. And then you have the 4 of Wands. And look at that. That is kind of like Yira. Very much. It's that celebration. It's that joyousness. You're coming out of that adversity stronger than ever. You're seeing all that sun and happiness, and you have reason to celebrate, to get together with others and celebrate life. It's by changing those thoughts and mastering those doubts and insecurities and turning it around and being true to yourself and your spirit, your spiritual side, and then celebrating the little victories in life, knowing that everything you do comes back to you. Everything comes around, that whole cycle comes back around. All right, we're just going to do a couple of these. These are actually fairy messages, but I find the fairies tied quite closely with Freyja as well. She reminds me of that energy. She's that kind of energy to me. All right, we've got that one. You belong. At times you have felt you do not belong in this world, as if your life is a strange dream. Magical one, we assure you, the world has a place for you. You belong. Yes, you belong. Beautiful. Let's see. One more message from Freyja. What does Freyja want you to know today? Fairy sight. We can gift you second sight. Allow us to awaken your inner eyes to the unseen realms. Close your eyes, count to 3, and when you open them, the world will be marvelous beyond measure. Beautiful. So yes, you are gaining that ability. Freyja is the master of Satyr. She is the divination goddess. I mean, she is so magical. She has shape-shifting. She has everything at her disposal. And you have that as well within you. And you are bringing these gifts out. And it's time to connect them into the world and celebrate your abilities and your light, shining your light out there. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so, so much for watching. And until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 4, you chose Isis. Isis is the Egyptian goddess of healing and magic. She's the great mother. She's very protective. She's a sky goddess. She's connected with Sirius, the dog star, and in Egypt, I think it was also called the Star of Isis. So she's very connected to Sirius and Syrian energy. So I use the starseed cards for this because I feel like Isis is very tied to starseeds. And she was a goddess that was worshipped in so many different areas too of the world, not just Egypt. But I know that's what usually comes to mind for people with Isis. Even people that have never really worked with her have heard of Isis. I mean, everyone has heard of her. Um, so let's see. We have this lapis lazuli stone for this reading. And lapis lazuli is a protective stone. It's wards off bad energy and it brings in calmness and serenity. It's also called the stone of wisdom because it stimulates your psychic abilities and gifts. It's a beautiful, I don't know if you can see the sparkling in that. There's like sparkles almost in this stone. I don't know. It doesn't seem to show as much on the camera, but it's a beautiful, beautiful stone. Anyway, let's see. The runes for Isis's message are Uruz. Uruz is strength, vitality. It's good health. It's the auroch or the bison, the ox, the bull. It's that wild primal energy, that warrior energy, but it's that energy kind of like a bull in our world that is just eating out in the field, and they can be so peaceful until they're provoked or threatened, and then they can be really deadly. I've known people too who were actually killed by bulls on farms around me. So yes, that's that kind of energy. Almost all I can think of for this, though, what's coming to mind is mama bear. You go mama bear on somebody, you protect your loved ones. You are that warrior and you are very loyal to them. Then you have Ingus. And Ingus, again, is the seed of potential. It's male fertility. It's Freyr. It's that divine spark. It's new beginnings and abundance. But it's divine masculine energy, like, ambitious and ever expanding. It's expanding out. If you look, sometimes Ingus is just the diamond in the middle of this, in some runes, and sometimes it has the little things coming off of it. I personally like this form of Ingus just because it shows that expansion to me. It really shows how it's expanding out. And, if you've ever heard of orgone energy and that blue light, that spark, that energy, that's what I think of with that. But the runes are quite masculine for this reading as well. So it will be interesting because Isis is tied very strongly, obviously, with Osiris, her husband, and Horus, her son. So, and Sirius. So it'll be interesting to see what Isis wants you to know. It may be that you need to bring out your masculine qualities a little bit. But let's see what she says. I chose this card because to me, she looks like Isis. That's how I envision Isis with her wings, and she's just beautiful. Closest I've ever seen anyway. And the card is Deep Cellular Healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Okay, so Isis is, helping you to heal, to bring your emotions into harmony, to nourish yourself. You need to remember to nourish yourself. And Isis is very nourishing. She in some Egyptian reliefs or things in the temples, she is nursing Horus. So, she's nourishing you and helping you to heal right now. And she will help you to fully heal what you need to at this time. That's what I'm getting from her there. And then let's see, we have Cracked Open, Starkeeper, Called, Earth School, and Star Brothers. Okay, let's do this. Let's move these down so I can fit them all in. Okay, so let's see. What else does Isis want you to know? Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Okay. So, this is about letting your pain and sorrow make you, not break you. You have that choice. Let it transform you. It's always darkest before the dawn. The storms of life are what fertilize you and help you to grow. Kind of like the Nile. Isis is connected with the Nile. Sirius, I believe, is the brightest star, and that only rose when the Nile was going to flood. And when the Nile flooded, it brought all that good sediment and dirt and things, and that is what fertilized the ground and allowed them to grow their crops and to eat in Egypt. So having that, let it fertilize you. Let whatever you're healing from make you, help it, let it help you grow, help you. Isis is helping you, surrender to the magic of life, surrender to the alchemy of life. Isis is with you and helping you if you let her. You have to let her as well. Bend, don't break. And let whatever you've been going through help you fertilize you, help you to grow. Whatever lesson is in this, it feels like it's very, very heavy energy. Like when it says rock bottom, that's exactly what, that dark night of the soul kind of energy. Even though the card itself looks very brightly colored pastels and, doesn't seem as dark or as heavy, that's what I'm feeling, is that heavy energy on you that is literally you just are at your last straw. So, but Isis wants you to know that she is with you. She is helping you to heal that. She's nourishing you and wants you to nourish yourself. She wants you to nurture yourself, And then you have Starkeeper, cosmic ancestor. See the light by staying grounded. Okay, so, and I love the Egyptian theme of this. I believe this actually might be Isis as well in that picture. Amazing. But it also shows almost like downloads. You're this old soul who you've had so many incarnations, coming from the stars. You've definitely got that serious connection. The Syrians are connected to you. You have the ability to see the highest potential in everyone and everything. See the highest potential in your situation. You've got this double mission, though, of raising your own frequencies and raising the frequencies of everyone around you. And the more grounded you are, the more helpful you can be. And honestly, let me see. Do I have one here? Let me see. Black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is a great grounding stone. Um, this is one that I carry with me. But so black tourmaline may help you with that staying grounded. It's a very I recommend it for empaths especially because the way that it's helped me is it helps me to ground in my own energy and to release the energy of whatever I'm picking up around me. I tend to absorb it and take it all in. And when you're around people, at times it can be hard to tell what's yours and what's theirs. And when you have a piece of tourmaline and you hold that, it helps you differentiate and come back and be grounded in yourself and to release all the other energies around you. So black tourmaline, I feel like would be very helpful for you at this time. I'll try to remember to put that in the um, description, the black tourmaline, because I know I didn't use it, but I really feel like that's part of this whole cracked open. And Starkeeper. It's that kind of energy that I feel like you need something to really help you ground. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Look at that. She's going to the doorway. You know, you're at that threshold now. You're being called for this double mission to grow as a soul and to bring about that shift in consciousness of the collective. You know, you do this by trusting where you are and where you're being led by your soul's guidance, to remember and share your innate spiritual gifts that you've gained through all these lives that you've been through. You know, that star family, that star keeper, you know, that energy coming down. It's definitely time for you to, you know, trust and take that leap of faith and just go for it. You know, if you've been thinking of doing something in particular, you know, this is also can be a confirmation that you're on the right path, that you're doing the right thing. You know, don't hold yourself back. Have faith and trust in yourself and trust in your path. Trust that you're on the right path. Isis is very much telling you all of that. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. You know, all of these definitely really tie together. Earth School is about, you know, you're here to learn and grow. Your relationships can teach us our greatest lessons. You know, relationships with other people. If you're isolated and off by yourself and not relating to other people or affecting other people, it's always a give and take. And you need relationships, you need others around you to grow because otherwise you'll become stagnant. And so, you know, there's no right or wrong. It's just all growth and opportunities to learn. You know, it's about seeing the innocence of everyone. And even though you tend to maybe blame others for our problems, but we're not seeing our part in the problem. So be the solution, not the problem. And remember that hurt people hurt people. So don't pass that pain on. You know, jealousy and insecurity stems from pain and trauma, which leads to more pain in a never ending spiral. Get out of that spiral and learn the lesson and integrate it so that you can become a better person. Grow and help others, not hurt others. You know, it's about growing. And so Isis wants you to know that you need to forgive yourself as well and to see the lessons, see the opportunities in those lessons, and help others to get through what you've been going through with this cracked open. help others. By helping others, you're going to help yourself as well. Isis is helping you to heal now, and she's telling you how to do it. Whatever you've been thinking about doing, you're on the right path. Do that. And then you have Star Brothers. And look at that. That's Horus energy. And that is Isis's son. So that's beautiful. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Yes. So Isis and Horus, it's quite masculine, really, with Horus here as well. You've got Horus and Urus and Ingus. You've got quite masculine stuff here. And, but Isis is letting you know that you have more support around you than you could ever even imagine, both in this world and beyond, in the stars. You've got that support, you've got that help there. So let that guide you. Let these downloads and these messages that you're getting from Isis guide you. And I definitely, the Arcturians and the Syrians, I would connect to. We're all kind of mutts in this world. It's kind of, I believe that we're all just many, many different stars have seeded us. Let's see. We'll do a couple of these real quick and see what else Isis wants you to know. Rebirth, yes. No matter what happens, you can find new wings. Rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming. Yes, you are that phoenix. You are being transformed and reborn now. And healing. Again, with the healing. You have deep cellular healing, and you've got healing here. And Isis is such a powerful healer. She put Osiris back together. All of his pieces. She found them and she put them together and brought them back. So healing. Bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit, grant us strength and wisdom. Guide us to the path of wellness. Yes. You are very much going through a very profound healing and transformation that is going on. We'll just do a couple of these real quick maybe and see what else Isis wants you to know. The Ten of Cups, beautiful. Because like we go through relationships and we use relationships to help us to grow, look at that. Cups are love and emotions, and it's that emotional maturity, it's that emotional healing that you've gone through, and now you've got that joy and happiness and that coming in. It's beautiful. One more. So she wants you to know that that's yours for the taking, that you are being called to do that you will heal and you will come through this. And yes, then you have new money coming in. Page of Pentacles, new ideas. Well, not ideas, but ideas around money. I think it's changing that scarcity mindset, I guess, is what that's saying. So it's very much that you are healing remarkably. You've gone through the worst, and there's nowhere to go but up from here. And she's raising you up. I mean, look at that. She's raising you up, and she's bringing you up. And Horus is there as well. So that is incredible. Beautiful, beautiful energy. We're going to do a couple of these starseed cards here for you and see what else Isis wants you to know. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers you seek. Exactly. Take that leap of faith. You're being called. That intuition. Follow it. Trust yourself. Trust where you're at. And one more from Isis. What does she want you to know? Celebration. Celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. Exactly. You are a miraculous gift to this universe. And you are here. A couple of these cards both talk about the whole double mission. You know, you've got this called, you've got this star keeper. Both of these are telling you you're here for a double mission. You're here not only to heal yourself, but to heal the collective as well. But you've got Isis here helping you and guiding you, and Horus as well, the Syrians, the Arcturians. You know, it's beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful. Um, I think that's what she wants you to know. She wants you to know how transformed you're going to be, to maybe focus on some of the masculine qualities that you have of ambition and that warrior strength, that you're going to have that strength and vitality, that good health. You know, she's healing you. You've got healing in so many different ways here. So you are healing and you're coming into this rebirth. It's beautiful. Trust your downloads, trust that intuition, trust what you're getting, and go where you're being called to go. You have that calling in your soul, and it's time to do that. It's time to take that leap of faith. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so, so much for watching. And until next time, hugs and blessings to you.